I like that shirt.
Thank you so much. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm doing wonderful. So you both have been part of so many amazing movies and shows. What was different about creating this show?
I mean, a lot. For me, I had never been in this position to be able to do so many things in one role. Like it's an action show, but it's also still a superhero show, so it's fantasy, and then it's also still a very grounded show. So the character dynamics matter and the relationships matter, and it just has all of these layers that, as an actor, it's kind of a playground for me. And then we get introduced to these amazing characters like Jada Jet, and it gets cast by Robin Givens, and you get to now play with like the greats, like the ones that know how to do it and do it really well. So it's like I already have this amazing playground, but now I have like my version of like the ones I've looked up to learn from. So it's not just a playground, it's also a learning ground. And it's just been so amazing. This has probably been, for me so far, I do feel like everyone says, oh man, is this like your biggest role? I feel like every role has been a big role for me because it was the biggest of the moment at that time, So I give great gratitude to all of the characters I've been able to play. But I'm just really excited for this one because it just feels so multi-layered, and it's not just one character. I'm playing two characters in the show. You know what I mean? Like that, like it just makes it so much fun as an actor.
That's awesome. Robin, you've been part of so many different projects. What was unique about this role? And there's still a lot of mystery around your role still.
Yeah, there is. And I think initially she feels very sort of mysterious. And I think she feels powerful for sure, and she feels like, she's a corporate executive. She runs a major company, and I think she runs it with ease. And I think I've certainly done that type of character before. What's interesting for me and means a lot to me is that she's also a mother. So I've never had that type of powerhouse woman that's also a mom. And I'm a mom, and it's a big part of who I am. So to also like paint the picture with that brush is really nice. And in terms of Jada Jet herself, I really feel that she just loves her children so much that it's almost her Achilles heel, her soft spot where she's vulnerable. It's where you see her vulnerability come out, where you see she can be, pushed and shoved in that area, or she's willing to do things, anything I say, for her kids. And some things might seem a little odd that she does. And there's a little mystery. There's a lot of mystery behind that. But for me, as an actor at this moment in my life, I love that kind of combo of powerhouse woman and mom.
That's awesome. And the superhero world definitely has passionate fan bases. Did either of you feel like this unique pressure for your roles in Batwoman?
I didn't feel a pressure because it was an original character. So I didn't feel like I had to fill any shoes that were prior to mine. And then as far as like putting on the cowl, at the end of the day, I'm only Ryan. Like I'm not any other version of Batwoman. I'm only Ryan. So whatever was going to happen, whatever decisions that were made in the writer's room, whatever decisions that were made on set with the directors and the cast, it all plays into who Ryan is today. And that, to me, that relieved the pressure. The pressure wasn't really about fulfilling any expectations. The pressure for me, there wasn't pressure, but the focus for me was like creating this original character that we all could like feel connected to and relate to in some kind of way.
I love it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robin.
I think, we talked about this a little bit, but I think it's interesting. I've been a person that when you're sort of creating characters and somebody says, watch that. And I go, no, I don't want to watch anybody that's sort of done this thing before. You want your own, you want it to be organic and real for you. And I know that I've been saying, it's so fun to play a role that my kids love and think this is like really cool. But I remember my son like Googling everything about Jada Jet, like showing me pictures of what Jada Jet looked at. And I was like, whoa, she's cool. So that's fun. It's not pressure, but it's certainly fun to be a part of Gotham City, you know, in that way.
Yeah, and they're roles that people look up to. Like when I was a kid, I literally wanted to be a superhero. I wanted to be Batman. I wanted to, and I think what's really cool about being like this show is so many young people, especially and kids, are going to look up to and see your roles and be like, oh wow, and model and something after that and be inspired by some way after that. Javicia, I'd love to hear about the first time you put on the suit and what that felt like, and the first time you like saw yourself in the suit.
So the first thing I put on was the cowl because they had to fit it to my head. And so it didn't have a wig or anything on it. It was just the cowl. And without the wig, it looks like the Batman cowl, you know? So the moment I put that on, I was like, oh, this is crazy. I couldn't stop laughing, but not laughing because it was just like, you know how you sometimes you laugh to not cry. It was like that moment of like, wow, this is insane. And then when I put the entire suit on, I went into the Batcave to do a test shoot. And the moment I walked in, I was just like, I don't know, you know, when you're in this, it feels so, I'm here, I'm present, this is happening, I'm walking. You don't look at it from the outside in. You don't look at it from like, this is epic, even though you know it is. So the moments that I allow it to hit me, in that epic moment, I get emotional because I'm like, oh man, I can't believe they chose me to carry this legacy and to be a part of this journey, you know?
Well, and the beautiful part of it is finally, as just superhero worlds kind of expand, people are able to see just more diversity and more representation. And I think that's a beautiful part of what the Hourverse is doing right now. So we're grateful to just see what happens in season 3. And thanks for taking time to interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.